On the Blood Angels side, for an HQ choice, we have a Sanguinary Priest with a jump pack, close combat weapon, and a bolt pistol. For the first troop choice, we have a 10-man tactical squad. The sergeant was not upgraded to a veteran, he's just a standard sergeant, but we did have a missile launcher and flamer, basically just the Black Reach set. For the second, for the second troop choice, we have a 5-man scout squad with sniper rifles and one with a missile launcher. They did not have camo cloaks. For an elite choice, we have a 5-man Terminator squad, sergeant with power weapon, just standard kit. For another elite choice, we have a Dreadnought with multi-melta and a Dreadnought close combat weapon. For a fast attack, we have a group of bikes, 3 bikes and 1 attack bike. Attack bike has a heavy bolter. And for another fast attack, we have a 10-man assault marine squad, 2 plasma pistols. The sergeant has a combat shield and a power weapon. And the tactical squad did take a dedicated transport of a drop pod. For the guard, we have a Lord Commissar as our HQ choice. For the first troop choice, we have a veteran squad, 3 sniper rifles, a heavy weapons team with the las cannon, and gunnery sergeant Harker. For the second troop choice, we have another veteran squad. This heavy weapons team has a heavy bolter. These guys have grenadiers, and they have 2 grenade launchers. For another HQ, we do have 2 engine seers, each with a servitor with a heavy bolter and each with a standard servitor. Didn't have 2 of the models, so we did proxy a Tech Marine. For an elite choice, we have a 5-man Rattling squad. We have 2 Sentinels, 1 Scout Sentinel, 1 Armored Sentinel, both with heavy flamers and both with 1 HK missile. And I think they both had recovery gear as well. We have 1 Hellhound heavy flamer and the Inferno cannon, and it also took fire barrels. And finally, we have a Lehman Russ battle tank, las cannon in the front, heavy bolters in the sides, and a battle cannon on top, and he does have a heavy stubber.
Alright, here we are after deployment. On the Blood Angel side, the Terminators lined up with the bikes behind them. The Dreadnought is hanging out over there, and the snipers went and put themselves onto that objective. And the assault squads are in reserves with the Sanguinary Priest. The tactical squad with the drop pod are also in reserves, obviously to come on first turn. Over on the guard side, we have 1 veteran squad with their Lord Commissar. Is he attached to that squad? Yeah, okay, he's separate. And they're kind of out in the open, so we're going to see what happens there. He did put the Rattlings into some little bit of cover. We have a little formation going on over here with 1 of the engine seers and both of these Sentinels with the Hellhound. The other veteran squad's hanging out on top of that objective. The Lehman Russ is hanging back here with the other fixer-up dude just hanging out. And then we have the other objective in the middle of the table. So we have only the 3 objectives. 1, 2, and 3. So we'll be back after turn 1. Okay, at the end of the guard's turn 1, everything kind of moved up just a little bit. They moved up a little bit. They stayed put. He stayed put. They stayed put. I think I already said that. The Rattlings tried to pop shot at the Terminators because they could just see one of them over there, but he didn't get through his armor. These guys snap fired that heavy bolter at the Terminators and did not manage to get through. Let's see. Lehman Russ fired his battle cannon at the snipers who were over there and did kill off 2 of them. They did not go to ground from that, but we will have to test to see if they're going to flee. The Flamer shot at the Dreadnought who's gone and did not manage to get through. One of the Sentinels fired his missile and did not manage to get through, but that las cannon did shoot through and blew up the Dreadnought. So he definitely got first blood, and we'll be back after Blood Angels turn 1. Okay, after the Blood Angels turn 1, The bikes move forward, Terminators move forward, and they actually ran since they were out of range to shoot anybody. The scouts just kind of stayed put. The drop pod full of tactical squad jumped in here, and they were actually the first ones to shoot, and they just annihilated that squad right there. So it was wonderful. And these guys shot at the other veteran squad, and they did lose a bunch, and they did fail their leadership test, so they are fleeing off the table. It's kind of uneventful, but that was pretty much it. We did forget to roll for mysterious objectives before, but that one has the airstrike one, which will not do him any good, and that one has the WAV rate, saying the wrong thing, grav wave. There we are, and so that's probably not going to do any good because I don't think he's going to be assaulting me anytime soon. But there we are. So we'll be back after turn 2. After the guards turn 2, these guys fled again. They did not regroup like we thought they were going to. The Lord Commissar, after he set up, assuming he had orders, and then he realized that the order he wanted to give them was to regroup, and he can't because he's not a senior officer. He did get the Warlord trait, which gives him some orders. They moved forward, and all of them shot at those bikes and did take out the attack bike and one of the other bikes, but they did pass their fleeing test, so they are good. Terminators moved up, and these are not they didn't move up. These guys shot at the Terminators and killed one of the Terminators. There we are. That's what happens. And he just kind of pivoted, so he's the one who actually did some wounds on those bikes. So that was about it. It was a pretty short turn. It's not too bad, but we'll be back after Blood Angels turn 2. After Blood Angels 2, Terminators moved forward and shot at some Ratlings, managed to kill one. The remaining bikes moved forward, shot at that Commissar, but did not do anything, but just moved close enough to see what that objective was, and it's another grav wave. I keep saying that backwards. The Tacticals moved forward and just annihilated what was left of that squad. Big shocker there. The drop pod fired at the servitors and did kill off one of the servitors, so they are going to have to make a fleeing test. They haven't done that yet. And the scouts just decided to hang out behind the tree to keep alive so they can keep that objective. So the assault squad did come in from reserves, and they did try to come in behind here, but they scattered off the table and put themselves back into ongoing reserves. So that is it. We'll be back after turn 3. Alright, after the guards turn 3, these guys moved up, shot at those 2 bikes, but did not manage to do anything. His flamer rolled 1s. Yay! Battle tank fired at Terminators. Managed to get a wound on the sergeant who made his save. Snipers did their shoot and run. Shot the Terminators. They made their saves. This is an ongoing theme, except for him. Sergeant fired his plasma pistol. It got hot. He took a wound. We all laughed. It was good times. Servitor fires his heavy bolters at them, and he missed. So basically, the guard had his first really bad turn where nothing went his way. We'll see if the Blood Angels can capitalize. We'll be back after Blood Angels turn 3. Okay, Blood Angels turn 2. Terminators move forward, shot at those Ratlings. They made all their cover saves because, they're stealthy and all that. And then attempted to charge, and it was epic because they got 3 6s on the Overwatch. Managed to have 2 wounds that went through, one of them for invul, one of them to armor, and he made both saves. It was fantastic. These guys, of course, couldn't shoot at the side of that thing, but assaulted it and did nothing. Those guys did manage to come in, and they shot at the Servitor Squad and did kill the Servitor Squad, so they are gone. The drop pod shot at the other Servitor Squad and killed them, so they are gone. These guys just, his missile launcher at the side as a snapshot didn't work, but main thing is they took the objective and scattered, so that way they're just in a little bit better position, plus gives him more worries that he has to deal with. Other than that, it was pretty much an uneventful turn for Blood Angels, so we'll see what happens after turn 4. The top of the 4th. As predicted, since I didn't kill the Hellhound, he backed up and just annihilated the Assault Marines. They failed. They actually made more of the invulnerable saves from the combat shield than they did their armor save from the heavy flamer. It was horrible bad, but that's what's left of them. They did pass their fleeing test, and they are not running away. These guys both flamered the bikes, but did not do anything, and then he charged in just to kind of tie him up, if nothing else. These guys did their shoot and run thing again against the Terminators and did not wound. He fired his battle cannon and las cannon and heavy bolters and did everything and killed 2 Marines. And then he attempted to fire his plasma pistol again, and he burned himself again. So we all got a good laugh and a giggle out of that. So, all right, we'll be back after Blood Angels. Okay, here we are at the end of the 4th turn. The tactical squad moved in and chucked a whole ton of grenades at that Lehman Russ. He has 1 whole point left. His last cannon in the front has been destroyed, and he is stunned for the next turn, or shaken, or whatever the number 1 is, where he can move, but he can't fire. This is the stalemate has continued over here. They did get into the assault and annihilated that Hellhound, even though he had fire barrels and he exploded. He did not take out any of the remaining assault marines, but we'll see what happens with that Sentinel. It's kind of dangerous. They still have the objective over there, so we're still in pretty good shape by objectives. Same thing happened over here. Terminator shot at the Ratlings, who made all their saves, and then they keep failing their charge range, but passing their armor saves against the Overwatch. So it's pretty much same story as always. We'll be back after turn 5. Top of the 5, Lehman Russ went over the tactical squad, tank shocking, but of course they passed because they're tactical marines, that's what they do. And then he shot everything he could because he was, shaken or stunned or whichever it is, and killed off 1 guy, not too bad. The Commissar finally stopped peeing in the woods and ran over to take that objective. Over here, the bikes finally managed to do a wound on that Sentinel, so now 1 more and we can get out of that fight. This guy just kind of moved and then tried to run, but he didn't get to very far run because he's trying to get that objective. So, Ratlings, of course, fired at the Terminators, and they managed to kill 1 this time. They did not do their run and gun this time because now they're in a pincher move and they're scared. They don't know what they're going to do. They're probably going to die this next turn. Okay, so right now as it sits after the top of the 5th, we have Blood Angels have 1 objective. Guard have 1 objective, but they have first blood. So right now, the Guard is winning. We'll see what happens after Blood Angels. Okay, end of turn 5. The Terminators finally managed to kill a couple of Ratlings. They are fleeing off the table. We did try to charge, but didn't get the distance, so they are still on the table. Tactical Marines, of course, finished off the Lehman Russ. Drop pod shot at the Commissar and did not hit. These guys whiffed in their combat again. The epicness was that the 2 Assault Marines and the Sanguinary Priest jumped over to the Sentinel, shot him with a plasma pistol, blew him up with a plasma pistol, and the explosion killed the 2 the Assault Marines. It was epically horrible, but he is still alive. He has 1 wound left. We are going to now see if the game ends on turn 5. It does. Yes. It does. So it is 3 points there. 3 points there. No points there, but he does have first blood. Both warlords are on the table. So now it comes down to line breaker. We clearly have a full unit within his deployment zone. We come over here to his side. He does not have a unit in our deployment zone. So it is a tied game. Thanks for watching.